Good morning. All right, it is 10 a.m. and we are participating in a innovation sprint today. I'm so excited. It is with REEF, which is the Radcliffe Eco Entrepreneurship Fellows Program at UD, and it's a full day sprint. So it's a Saturday morning, and it is time to have some fun. We will be choosing one of 3 problems to solve. I'm gonna be choosing, obviously, reducing consumption. Really excited about that. And then we also form teams today, and then we come up with solutions, and then we pitch it all in like 6 hours. So let's get this day started. I'm really excited to take you along on the journey and vlog the whole day. So let's go.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the REEF Radcliffe Eco Entrepreneurship Fellows Program Switch Pitch and Innovation Sprint. You have about 5 hours total to really form a team, get a little bit richer understanding of the problem, and develop your pitch. What is this idea of a switch pitch? So instead of starting by having you generate ideas and pitch them, we're going to start by pitching specific problems that relate to eco-entrepreneurship and sustainability, and then give you a chance to ideate around those specific challenges.
All right, so we just made teams, which was really fun and exciting. I don't know anyone on my team, but I did meet one of them in the breakout room, so really excited about that. I did have to change places because my desk, very much in the sun, which is a little frustrating, but it's fine. I don't usually get on Zoom at 10 a.m. So anyway, excited for today, and let's keep going. All right, we just had our first team meeting with the 4 team members. We have Hunter, Neha, and then Alyssa. It went so well, it was so much fun. We broke down looking up the problem in a bunch of different areas, so we all got a chance to do it, and we shared with each other. It's going well, I'm feeling good. I'm starting to get a little tired though, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll go through different stages and ramp up the energy again when we need to. So we have 4 hours till pitch time, and we're focused now on microplastics. So I'm really excited. The whole prompt is reducing consumption by using reuse, reduce, recycle. And so we are focused on microplastics as a team. We're all really passionate about that, which is super cool. And I'm especially passionate about microplastics like in the ocean and all of that. So yes, I'm really excited. All right, this is our break time. I gotta go eat lunch, and I'm really excited to continue working with the team. All right, our team is taking a quick break, but we're really excited. We have our pitch done pretty much all the way, and our solution is focused on taking microplastics that have been collected by lint collection systems and microplastic collection systems in washing machines, and taking that and creating new products from it, primarily stuffing. Like instead of polyfill, this lint could be created as stuffing for like pillows, different stuff. Synthetic textiles are the single greatest contributor of microplastics, and the main source of microplastic pollution is caused by washing processes of synthetic textiles, which end up in the ocean. All right, it is time for our final pitch. We worked on our presentation, and I'm so excited. 60 seconds, here we go. Fingers crossed.
You have 3 minutes to pitch. I'll be timing you, and then we'll turn it over to the judges to ask questions.
Hi, I'm Mike Parkowski with Delaware Solid Waste Authority. I'm the Chief of Business and Governmental Services.
I'm Sarah Culler. I'm the Senior Manager of Education and Outreach for the Delaware Solid Waste Authority.
Hey, my name is Stephanie Rapel. I'm an Assistant Professor of Social Entrepreneurship here at University of Delaware.
All right, they're gonna announce the winners. Let's go in and see.
Track 2, which was focused on reducing consumption.
Okay, so we were really impressed with all 5 teams. Great ideas. Our winner was Team 3 on microplastics, and I just want to say that it was a great idea. Microplastics is something people don't really know about that much, and they think microplastics are little pieces of plastic that you can see with your eye, but really microplastics are micro in the sense that you cannot even see them without a microscope, and they are in our waterways, and they generally do come from clothing that comes from washing machines. I mean, I see it as something that could actually happen, and I see it as something that could actually be an industry standard. So great idea.
Yep, and that was Alyssa, Hunter, Neha, and Sierra.
You are the first to know. Oh my God, we won first place in our group, which was so exciting. I think our group, like track 2, which was reducing consumption, had the most people in it. The other tracks had less people, more teams because they could have smaller teams, but we had so many people in our track and the team was incredible. Huge shout out to the team. We did it. I cannot believe we did it. So our solution ended up being basically collecting microplastics along with the lint that is produced in washing machines and using that for basically stuffing in like pet beds. It's basically shoddy, which is like microfill. Shoddy is like an upcycled version of microfill. And so that was something that we came up with within today. I mean, just today, none of us on the team knew each other and we just came up with it. And I'm so freaking proud of my team. One of our team members was even in high school and she kicked all of the college students' butts and I'm so proud. So we did it, y'all. We did it. Yeah, let's go. I'm so fired up right now. All right, so I just wanted to do a quick recap of how crazy, exciting, cool that challenge was. I know the whole day was moving super fast, so it might not have made sense. So I wanted to recap it in like a concise fashion right now. So the day started out, I knew no one going into it. I didn't know who was gonna be there. I didn't know what exact problem I was going to solve. So we did kind of this speed networking at the beginning where you would go into groups of 3 and just get to know each other and the other people participating in your exact track. There were 3 tracks: reducing consumption, reducing carbon footprint, and then also floods. So I did this speed networking and one of the first team members I found, his name was Hunter, and he was really, really cool because he was an entrepreneurship major. He's a freshman. And so I was like, oh my gosh, okay, cool. You have to be on my team. You're good. You're well spoken. So we kind of formed that team immediately. And then we're kind of collecting other people as we were going in and out of these breakout rooms, networking with people. And it was a ton of fun. And then he found one of our other team members and then one of our other team members jumped on at the end. And so it was so much fun doing that part and meeting all these people. A lot of the other students were engineering students. And so I was like, whoa, that's gonna be intimidating. They're all gonna come up with like super cool technology projects. But then we basically went into breakout groups for the rest of the afternoon, like 3-4 hours. We were in and out of our group setting. So we would have the breakout room with our group and then we'd go back to the main room and we'd hear from Dan Freeman, who was overseeing our room, and he would tell us more about the problem solving process and like what we should be working on next and making sure we were all on track. And so over the next like 3 hours, our team worked on, first of all, choosing a problem. So the problem was like reducing consumption through reduce, reuse, recycle. And then within that, you could focus on textiles, you could focus on plastic, you could focus on food waste, all of that. And so our team ended up choosing plastics because that was the overlapping passion of our team. And then from that, we ended up focusing on microplastics, kind of at my urging because I'm really passionate about that. And so when I said, hey, does anyone else really passionate about microplastics? Everyone's face lit up. Aurora. So that was really exciting. So we chose microplastics and then we did all this research on the problem itself, which is really easy to find stuff because microplastics are a terrible, terrible thing that affects humans, animals, plants, like everything. And so we did a bunch of research on that. And then we started breaking out into, okay, now we know more about the problem. What are potential solutions? And so we all wrote down a ton of brainstorms of our own potential solutions. And then from that, we all pitched our favorite solution to the group. And we also read through all of our other solutions and then came up with one that we really liked in the end. And so that was really fun and exciting, and the team did such a great job. And then once we had that solution, then we really got into the business model of what it would look like. So the solution for us was basically taking filtration systems that are already out there on the market for microplastics in washing machines, because that's a huge place where microplastics then end up in waterways and then in the ocean, which can then come back into humans since we eat fish. So we focused on basically taking filtration systems that are already out there, like a Coraball that collects microplastics from when you wash your clothes. A lot of microplastics and microfibers will come off. It will actually collect it, and then it will basically have this like lint that has like microplastics in that are usually too small to see. And then the only solution that Coraball had come up with so far with that was just throwing that lint away then. So then it ended up in landfills, but maybe back into the environment if your trash ends up spilling or whatnot. So we were like, okay, let's create a service to collect this lint and then use it for other stuff. For example, in upcycle design, we are looking for polyfill alternatives for pillows and a bunch of other products. And so I was like, I'm looking for something like this, which is actually called shoddy, which is basically taking fabric scraps and you create a polyfill-like material. So I was like, why don't we do that, but use the lin and then create almost like polyfill to be used in a ton of different products, including like pet beds. I think we had 10 slides and the pitch was only supposed to be 3 minutes long. So Dan came in at one point and he was like, you have so many slides. And we were like, it'll work. Just watch, it'll work. And so we did a ton of practicing on our pitch and on the slides. We changed the slides up a bunch and then we presented it and we had some really great questions like, how is this gonna be financially viable? And I was like, actually, my startup is looking for something like this solution. And so this is something that I think companies would buy. And then another great question for people who have like allergies to hair and whatnot, what would the solution look like for them? And I actually answered that question. I was like, this polyfill-like material could actually be used in pet beds where people already have pets, so they're obviously not allergic to them. I also should have mentioned that a lot of like pillows or different stuff are in a contained plastic bag within the outer bag, which means that they're contained and it wouldn't affect people. So yeah, really, really great Q&A. And then it was announced that we won out of our track $1,000, so split among 4 people. You can do the math. And huge shout out to my team for just being such an incredible team. They were so much fun to work with, and yeah, I think we were just the dream team to work with. And I just had such a blast today. So that was such a cool day.